This is straight out of a movie. So I've never heard of shit. You know, this, anytime shit like this happens, or you hear of shit like this is out of a movie. You think people are crazy, they talk shit like this. Fucking, I've been living a lie orchestrated by someone else, for failure. Slowly but surely, is the last 7 years. The lady even shouts out to me through the TV or whatever. It's a process. It's a 7-year process they've got me to this point. Anyway, carrying on from the story. Carrying on with the story. Let's see. I got a couple of prostitutes, escorts. I'm gonna start a single guy, you know, work and all that. What can I say? Convenience for me. So I got an escort at the Perth hotel, in Perth. This is a hotel me and my ex-wife stayed at one time, long time ago, when we were separated. I was staying there, and I organized for an escort to come by, right? Then she came. I had my money on the desk by the TV. She came in, there was another Chinese guy with her, maybe a security guy, whatever. And she came in, like a cherry, slim, you know, this and that, Asian cherry. And then we started getting busy. And then she turned around for me to do a doggy style, you know. And I put my thing in, started pumping for a while, and then I noticed her hand was still up here, you know, and it felt a bit funny. Then I realized she's got her hand squeezed around my knob. You know what I mean? So I don't even think it wasn't even in a pussy. And I always thought that was a funny scenario, you know. And then afterwards, she ushered me to the bathroom, you know, and this and that, and she never had a shower with me. And it was all just kind of quick, you know. It's like she was in control of the situation. She was supposed to be there and she was supposed to do that. I'll tell you why. She done that because people want to see whether I can tell if my dick is in a pussy or an ass. Because they're saying that I'm guilty of raping my missus and guilty of putting my dick in Charlene's butt on purpose, right? So they got this prostitute to do that on purpose because they wanted to see. They're watching me through the TV or a camera somewhere. I'm pretty sure it was a TV like they do now. They wanted to see if I can feel. They wanted to see my form. To see if I can tell whether my dick's in a pussy or a butt or in anything at all. Because of what happened with my ex-wife and Charlene. So they want to see now what my form is, how I do things, and this and that. You know what I'm saying? That's why the prostitute done that. And that's why she ushered me to the bathroom quickly. I didn't know what she was going to, well, I didn't know what else she done in the room while I was in the shower. But I didn't have to have a shower, it was my room. See, people come with a plan. They orchestrate a plan, so I'm getting caught off guard all the time. So I got another check after that because I wasn't happy. I got another cherry after that. I got another woman. Because I wasn't happy with the fucking service, you know. And I got this other one, you know. There's a mirror on the door, so I'm checking myself out in the mirror. This cherry's there. And she looked quite old, you know. I said, how old are you? She goes, 20-something, this and that. And I was like, she was like a cherry. Anyway, we carried on and we finished up. Now, they were all orchestrated to be there. Now, I wasn't happy with both of them, you know what I'm saying? And now I know why. I always thought to myself, 2 cherries, you know, in a night, I should be happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling happy even after one. But it's the system, what they do, you see. They've got this frequency in my head right now. And it makes you feel a little, what can I say? It makes you feel like your headspace is all about yourself, you know, everything around you is loud. And you kind of makes you a little weary and nervous, like you're paranoid. And that's how I felt that day. And the next day I was walking around at the hotel and I felt paranoid for no good reason at all. I only had a few drinks and all that. And I realized now it was the system that was orchestrated to happen like that. In Vic Park, there was another girl I went to see in Leonard Street, I think it was. She was quite nice, and I used to have some of these scars on my back. And she'd give me a massage and she made one of the scars bleed. You know? And now I realize they done it on purpose to gross me out, to turn me off woman, or to make me feel gross, to ruin my sexual appetite and all that. Because they say I'm a rapist. It's a very psychological game they've been playing with me. I didn't know this at the time. So she made me bleed first, and then she rubbed it. And I was surprised at her demeanor because she wasn't grossed out or nothing. So anyway, I couldn't get my dick hard this night. But I carried on rooting her, you know what I'm saying? It was a struggle, but I got there in the end. But my dick never got hard, only like semi-hard. And now the reason I know the reason now why my dick didn't get hard is because of the system, what they do now. Same deal with the frequencies and technology. It's like they wire you with this technology and it makes you feel a certain way. Everything you do in your life, it makes you struggle, it makes you do things harder, it makes you do things quicker. You know what I'm saying? It messes up your rhythm in life. It messes up your thinking, it messes up your relaxation. So I couldn't get a hard on with this cherry. In Rivervale, this one cherry once, I was there with her. Then all of a sudden, all her friends came. I'm like this here on the bed. She's got my thing there in her hand, you know, this and that, she's busy. Next minute, there's 4 of her friends just standing around watching. Me, I got a bottle of scotch, you know, I'm feeling quite comfortable, I'm fine, I'm like, this is like the life, you know what I'm saying? All these cherries standing around, doing their thing or whatever. They're just standing and talking like nothing's going on. For them, it's just business. And now I realize it was all orchestrated to happen like that. Because I was probably, they wanted me to feel blind or something like that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I didn't feel blind, except it's like you were in a, it was like you were, you know what I'm saying? You feel good, all women around, all naked and this and that, you're doing your thing. They orchestrated it to happen like that. Anyway, there was another one in Rivervale, Jojo I think her name was. Hey, Laka, young Asian cherry. And we were busy there once. And I was on the bed and she was giving me a head job, and then I always think I ended up giving her cunnilingus, if you want to say that, you know, licking her out. And this is a prostitute and it's like something I'd never do, you know what I'm saying? But I was drunk. So this is before 2013 because I was drunk. The system orchestrated this to happen. They got her. Because what happened with me and Haley and all that now. And I was drunk with my tits. I didn't even know I'd done it. So now they're doing the same things that happened with me and Haley in my real life. They're relating scenarios. They're making scenarios happen, yeah. So this chick Jojo, I remember she sneakily like put her leg up over me. You know what I mean? And I ended up licking her out. Eating a snatch or whatever you want to call it. Now something I never do normally. But she was orchestrated to do it. So she sneakily done it. And I ended up in a position again where I couldn't do anything about it until it's too late. You see? They took advantage of me, you know? They manipulated the situation. They all planned it and orchestrated it. Because that's something I wouldn't do. But I was drunk and then she sneakily done it. People made her do this. The one lady, I went there, hey, she put me in a room on the side with these old magazines, etc. I'm waiting there, and then I walked out the room. I said, what you doing? This auntie's cooking noodles and to eat, etc. You know what I'm saying? This system orchestrated this to happen. They're making me wait now. They're making a cunt of me. They followed me from 2011 every single way I've gone. And fucked with my shit. To entertain themselves. it's unbelievable when I realize what's actually happened, man. I saw Valerie, little Val. She used to go out with Sarah. I saw her up there at Bott's chemist once. She came one night. I was there in the chemist doing something. She came one night. She came with a boyfriend, you know, and she's like, this is my boyfriend and stuff, my new man and whatever. It was good to see Valerie. I haven't seen Valerie in a long time. She's a great little girl. Again, she was orchestrated to be there. Natasha Gabriel, I saw her. I was walking at Carousel one time. I checked this lacquer chair in front of me, you know, nice bum and this in lacquer jeans and everything. I was going to Medicare. And then, hey, this cherry turned around. I was like, hey, Natasha, how you going, man? Lacquer. Hey. We had a chat for a while. She was telling me about her sister. And she was also looking for the same place. But Medicare had disappeared from Carousel. It was no more there. And again, people just wanted to see what memories come up, you know. Me and Tasha, we were dancing one time in the jaw, a long time ago. See, people already know what's happened between me and Natasha. I've never had to say anything. I've never discussed it to anybody. We were dancing at the club there one night, and I pretty much had my hand down her pants. I think DJ Nick Alexander was DJing. Hey, we were swine, hey, having a lacquer time, it's all hot and heated up. And I actually thought to myself, oh, we better stop this right here, because we're right in front of the DJ box on the dance floor, you know, under the lights in the dingy sort of looking joint. But a fucking good night, you know. Yeah, so it's pretty good night. I don't know if she remembers that. Oh, yeah, it's a good time. Anyway, so the people that are in my life, that are orchestrated to be in my life now, are people from my past. And a lot of them are because the system can tell what I've been thinking about them. So the system's trying to make me a swacko, and then they bully me. They're getting everybody to come and face me like how good your lives are, they've got boyfriends, this and that and everything, you know. I mean, I'll get to that later. I'm only in 2014. I better stick to the story before I get too personal now. And then, people are talking to me right now. They're bullying me. I don't know if you can hear it. They're screaming shit out at me to make me lose my concentration and my focus. They're trying to make me look like a stupid and incredible. Let's see. Okay. Now, Korggi. Now, me and Dave, man, we were talking one time about this old Robin, the rapist. Something to do with Nadine's sister's husband or something like that. But he ended up getting done for rape. Taking cherries and throwing him in the car or something from the casino and all that. And anyway, so... See, I've never discussed this with anyone. The system's bullying me about it. I've got pictures of Nadine and that now on Facebook and this and that. It's like people base me how good their lives are now. Because the system could hear me discussing stuff with myself. They've taken all these people and made these people look like they're bullying me. You know what I'm saying? I never had anything bad to say about anybody. And if you did hear something you weren't supposed to, the problem is it's all been taken out of the wrong context. Because most of the stuff I've been bullied about, I haven't discussed with anybody. The system's been following me around every day. They can hear everything I think. You try living with that and realize that the last 7 years of your life's been a fraud. I'm thinking which story should I go into next now. Yes, I was on about the Robin one, and Robin was a rapist. Korggi, the drug dealer up the road. We were standing on a porch one time, and a guy walks past, and she went all funny and stuff, and she says, oh, that's the guy that raped me, you know. So I didn't say much, you know what I mean? What am I supposed to say? If someone wants to talk about that, then it's up to them how much they want to tell me about it, how much they want to tell me about it. So she said that to me, right? Back then I didn't know what was going on. I only figured it out in this last year. It was also based on something I discussed with myself, something I've never said to anyone. Sarah, Mervy's sister, said to me in about 2004 or 5 when we were, maybe before we were married, that Errol raped her. He's a guy from the Turkish Kitchen. Sarah said that to me, that Errol raped her. Now, the reason why Korggi has said this to me is because the system's heard me discuss the Sarah thing with myself. I've never spoken to anybody about Sarah and Errol and this and that in my life. A lot of these situations I've never spoken to anybody in my life about. The system's siphoned it out of me, and they've played it out in my real life. This is like FBI technology, the mental health system technology. You know what I'm saying? It's like Secret Service shit. But I mean, how can the police police it when it's an invasion of privacy? So more or less I believe it belongs to the health system, the mental health system. But the police can intervene when they have, basically they think they have a cause to investigate something sinister. So then they tell the police. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how it works. So now, that's what Sarah said to me, and I've never discussed this with nobody. So now, Korggi said that to me because the system's heard me discuss the Sarah situation with myself. You see? And Rob, one time, 2014. We're driving through Vic Park, and he came to pick me up, and he says, oh, where can we go for something to eat, a kebab or something, you know. Now, I only know pretty much, Errol, my friend from Linwood High School, used to own that kebab shop, Turkish Kitchen. So now they know that I'm going to say the Turkish Kitchen. That's the only place I know in Vic Park to go for kebabs. This is one of my mates' places. I used to go there when I used to work for Gilcom Maintenance, get the Samson pies and all that. You know what I'm saying? So he's set me up. He's orchestrated to set me up, basically. Oh, where can we go get kebabs? So automatically I think, oh, kebab kitchen. Okay, let's go to the kebab kitchen. See, now they're trying to siphon information from me. Because they can hear what I'm thinking now. Everywhere I go, everybody I've sat down and dealt with in my life, they can hear what I'm thinking. So they know how I think. They know what I think. They were fishing to see what I think about. They were fishing to see whether Sarah comes up in my mind in the kebab kitchen and Errol in regards to rape. Serious shit, bro. Serious stuff. So that's why Rob took me to the kebab kitchen. He was taking me there to see if I can relate to Sarah, Errol, and this rape situation. Because now Mervy's, they think I've been a rapist for Mervy. They've heard me discuss Robin. They've heard me discuss Sarah with myself. These are all rape cases, basically, right? I'm fucking sitting there innocent. I don't know nothing. These are just passing stories in time. With my wife, I didn't even know that this was an issue. Or you still think about that. You know what I'm saying? Because we saw each other afterwards and everything was fine and we had a fight about child support. So little did I know that the system and all these women in it that are bullying me and oppressing me think I'm a rapist, right? And serious stuff, man. They've halted my progress because of all of this. This is stories that I've never discussed with anybody. I've only figured it out in the last year. I've had to play detective with myself. And everybody in my life has been a fraud. So that's why Rob took me to the kebab kitchen. He was telling me about some guy owing him money for drugs or whatever. And he said that they took this guy's car. It was a $10,000 Skyline or something. Now he's referencing stuff that's relative to me, Barton and Rudy being in Sydney. I figured out why people have done this. I figured out why people have done what they have done or acted the way they have to me. They all taking the piss out of me. They're acting out scenarios and they've come to my life for ulterior fucking motives. So Rob was telling me that story about a guy, him taking this guy's car. Because me, Barton and Rudy were in Sydney one time. And Rudy's friend was owed money by some guy, some Chinese guy. And this Chinese guy came by in a BMW and we all jumped in his car and we took it. This guy took it until that other guy pays him the money. So they think I'm like a standover man as well now. That's how they're treating me. So he's just relating stories to what has gone on in my life. How the fuck do you know this? I haven't discussed this with anybody. I went to the Heat nightclub one time with Rob to meet Craig there. And he was just picking on my vulnerable moments. I wasn't feeling that lacquer. And they knew I had a smoke before. So they picking moments when I'm feeling a little strung out or weary, where I don't want to go out really. But they taking me to places. You know, they want to make me feel oppressed, like scared and shit like that, you know.